Hey everyone, it's Laurie from Cook Scrap Craft. Welcome back to the channel for another Scrapbook and Cards magazine, Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine inspiration video. So what I showed you there was a page from the summer issue, and that was their designer challenge. They have it every issue. And so I decided that's what I was going to play along with this time. The designer challenge basically says we've picked these people from our design team and these are the specific products each of them used, and look how they all use these products in a different way. So I really like that because I like kind of playing around with new products, especially stuff that's not all from the same collection. It's really, they had stuff from I think Brave and Bold, and then there was like some Pinkfresh and some PhotoPlay. So like it wasn't from the same, even from the same manufacturer. And I love mixing collections and companies like that. So real quick, I am not affiliated with Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I'm not on the design team. I just like to read the magazine. I get one whenever the new issue is available, and I make a scrapbook.com order. I think you can subscribe to. They also have a digital issue if you want to read it online. That's on their website. But I just really enjoy the magazine, and I wanted to make this series to share with you what inspires me from the magazine and how I interpret it. So if you're a scrapbooker or card maker, I think you will also really enjoy the magazine. So if you have any questions about it, leave those in the comments below. And also, if you're already a subscriber, welcome back and thank you. You probably have already seen some of the other videos that are in this Scrapbook and Cards Today inspiration series. So thanks so much for coming back and watching. If you're new here, I hope that this video is helpful and inspiring to you. And if you have any questions, leave them below in the comments. Before you do that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And also, why don't you subscribe so that way you don't miss out on when another process video goes live. All right, so now that my camera is back in focus, it's so interesting how the camera, especially with patterned papers and things that have patterns on them, how the camera tries to focus in on those patterns. It doesn't always work that well. So for this one, this was teased in my September scrapbook haul. I think my September, or not my haul. What am I talking about? My September layout share. So it was teased, all right? So if you watch that video, you have seen what this finished product is going to look like. So I am using papers from Amy Tangerine. There's some Cardabella, like I said, Pinkfresh. That's a really cool, that wasn't part of the challenge. That was just a really cool Bella Boulevard cut apart, which I ended up using on a different layout that you would have seen in this September layout share. And I think the challenge is that you're only supposed to use the products that they give you. I mean, you can use whatever adhesive you want, but in terms of laying out the design, it has to be what is part of their list of supplies. So I didn't use the Bella Boulevard thing. I really liked it, and it was very easy to use. There's a pre-cut cut-aparts, or cut files, I guess, not cut-aparts, for those of us who don't have cut file machines. So I really want to get more of those. I actually think I ordered one from Paper Issues that is on its way. I can't wait. So now here, this is what I'm doing. So let's just talk about this instead of other things that I'm not using. All these pattern papers, I love the bright colors. The background paper is solid pink with a little, I guess they're like neon yellow lightning bolts. And then the other papers are kind of in the same color scheme. So I've got like a yellow one that was actually a 4x6 cut apart. I just put my photo over the sentiment that was in the middle of it. And so all I just have is the yellow portion kind of framing the photo. Then there's that really great rainbow stripe color, and then a floral, big bold and bright floral. There we go, back in focus. And so now I'm just adding, okay, so I am adding something that's not part of the supply list. I was trying to make like a journaling spot, and I wanted it to kind of be like the same bright color thing. So I had this bright orange paper from my scrap bin, and I cut it into a banner and stuck it on some white cardstock to just give it a little bit extra of a frame so that it didn't blend in too much with the pink background. Because sometimes orange and pink, they're fun to use together, but sometimes it can be a little like, So you could have also maybe inked the edges of that color, and that could have made it stand out a little bit more against the pink. So there's a cool border sticker that's not fully 12 by 12. It's on a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, but it's not a full 12 by 12 sticker. That's okay. So I use that as a little border at the bottom of my photos, and I arrange those 4 by 6 pattern papers in a kind of diagonal. It kind of looks like a layered cluster of them. I've got a PhotoPlay camera sticker starting off the embellishment cluster there. And then I'm using some of the Pinkfresh alpha phrases. I can't remember what this said. I think that said awesome, maybe? I don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better in the close-ups. So now I just really need to like embellish and finish it up. There's those Cartabella chipboard things. Remember when they used to make them and they were adhesive? They're not adhesive anymore. And even though the adhesive was terrible, I do kind of miss at least having the stickiness on the back of the chipboard. At least like try. I don't know. I think they feel kind of cheap now. And yeah. And I was struggling to figure out what I could use because this is a photo of me when I did the 40 mile challenge back in May for the American Cancer Society. It was a fundraiser. I raised over, I think you had to raise at least like $300 or $200, something like that. But I raised like over $500. And so they sent me a t-shirt. Guys, a lot of people in the fundraiser Facebook group were like, why didn't I get my t-shirt? When is somebody going to contact me about my t-shirt? And some people, level-headed are like, you guys, it's not really about the t-shirt, like, just chill for a second. I did get it, even though I wasn't doing the challenge to get a t-shirt, but it was still nice to get it, and now I wear it when I work out, and people can, ask me about it, and I can tell them, yeah, I got this t-shirt for doing this challenge, and kind of help spread the word about the American Cancer Society. At the time that I am doing this voiceover, it's right before my area's American Cancer Society Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk. So I'm doing that over the weekend, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I have done it before. It's been many years since I've done one, or since I've done this one. It's the same one that I did a couple years ago. I kind of forgot about it, but I was like, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I really want to do a themed 5K, and what better way to do that than to, again, support the American Cancer Society and the breast cancer walk. And so I'm looking forward to it. I know I'm telling you things that doesn't have anything to do with this layout, but I'm looking forward to it because this year I donated and got a pinwheel in tribute to my mom, who she didn't die of breast cancer, she died of ovarian cancer. But I still had to get BRCA tested because of it, which came back negative, so that's good. But it's still a cancer, and it's the worst. So yeah. So let's talk about the layout again. Yeah, I struggle a lot sometimes because when I do a layout and I use a pattern paper as the background, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, oh, this is too much. It's too much pattern. So I will either do a hand-drawn border around the edges, or I'll do what I did here. I will cut the pattern paper down. So after I had everything put down, now that 12 by 12, now the border sticker fits the whole page, doesn't it? Now that I cut the pattern paper down, I just really wanted it to have a nice crisp edge, so I stacked it on some white cardstock, cut the paper down, stacked it on white cardstock, so now it's got a nice white border, and I feel like it just looks more finished. I did a little bit of bannering with some of the pattern papers up in the top left-hand corner, kind of again, like that's in the diagonal, and then my photo cluster and everything is in the bottom right. So again, I like working with things that are on the diagonal, and now I can really like finish up some of those embellishment clusters using some of the small chipboard pieces from the Cartabella thing. I think there was another Pinkfresh, it's kind of like a big puffy plastic sticker thing, and I can't remember what it says because I can't really see it right now. But again, the close-ups are going to be following this video, so you will be able to see. I'm just adding some glue to the back of those small Cartabella chipboard things, my Eileen's tacky glue, just to stick those down, because like I said, they're no longer adhesive, and it's kind of annoying. So yeah, so I told you've watched how I've put this video together. If you have any questions on the products or techniques that I've used, let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about the American Cancer Society, the breast cancer walk, anything, maybe you want to donate, I can give you that information as well. Maybe I'll link my I'll link a fundraiser thing here too. I think my breast cancer fundraiser they're closing it for some reason. I don't know why we can't just keep it open. But I also have a Stand Up to Cancer fundraiser. It's not really a fundraiser, but it's a virtual 5K themed walk that you can also do as a way to donate money. And then you get a cool shirt and medal and that kind of stuff. So anyway, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. This video is almost over with. You can see that I'm adding, again, something else that's not part of the regular supply list, but I just felt like it needed a little bit of extra something, especially since I didn't think the embellishments on the supply list totally fit with this photo, or with the theme of the photo. So just a few brightly colored sequins are going to finish this off, taking the sequins in the opposite diagonal from the bottom left up to the top right. And then I'll do my journaling on that little orange tag, and I think this is probably gonna do it. So like I said, close-ups are gonna follow. If you have any questions about anything, let me know in the comments below. And if anybody that you know has been touched by cancer, or you yourself have experienced cancer, I pray for you. I applaud your strength to go through it all, everything that entails. Yeah, this is I mean, I've always, my mom died in 2017, and I was doing like breast cancer walks way before then. But when it gets personal, it definitely has a bigger effect, and you definitely want to get out there and do a little bit more. Unfortunately, I missed Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. It was in September, and they did have a walk. So I've marked it on my calendar for next year so that I can specifically fundraise for ovarian cancer research, because unlike breast cancer, there's not a great way to tell if you have ovarian cancer unless you are proactively looking for it, basically. You get a mammogram every year, and that can detect breast cancer, but there's no test for ovarian cancer. And so even my gynecologist said that sometimes the blood work looking for cancer markers for ovarian cancer isn't always spot on. So anyway, that's where I'm going to be focusing my efforts next September, when I want to do another themed walk. And I'm just going to keep walking for as long as I possibly can, doing even more 5Ks through the rest of the year. So I'm sure you guys are going to be seeing a lot more 5K selfies in my scrapbook layouts. So I thank you so much for putting up with all of that. It's like, that's kind of, aside from scrapbooking and maybe like reading and going to work, themed 5Ks are like all I do now. But I really have fun with them, and it's a great way to exercise and support a good cause. So enough talking. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!